rainstorm here. Doing another live, imagine that, from my favorite news spot near this gas station. You know, just about every other day you gotta come get gas anyway with the gas prices the way they are. You're like, I just got gas. Yeah, because it's $4 a gallon. I don't know how the gas is where y'all are. But you know, I'm not complaining. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, I'm just stating the fact that we all know that it is expensive to try to drive around, go to work. It's almost counterproductive in a way. But you gotta pay the grocery bill. You gotta pay the bills, right? And they're not just gonna pay themselves. I haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, how are y'all doing this fine morning? I am interested in hanging out with y'all for a bit before I head in on the work. I would love to say I have some awesome news to share with y'all. It's like that little prank I pulled on everyone. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out from yesterday, on April 1st. I wonder what that was about. But, yep, nope. YouTube has not updated the hours yet. So I can't really give y'all an hours watch update because it's still 12 hours. Still 12 hours away. And I feel like maybe sometime through the day they'll update it. And if not, it'll be tonight. Sometimes when you do several lives, if you're a YouTube content creator that do a lot of lives, you know how it is that they won't update your hours right away because they're still trying to figure things out. But just 12 hours away, I know I've got it. vidIQ says I've got it. If you're not using a web extension like TubeBuddy or vidIQ as a content creator, you really should. I'll try to remember to add the link. Hey, Natalie, thanks for showing up. You're always here, Natalie. I really appreciate you. If you can be, you're always coming in, and I really appreciate you. I just love to see your name pop up. But if you're a content creator and you don't have some kind of browser extension like vidIQ or TubeBuddy, you should really get it because they're really helpful. You can get the free versions. I use both actually, TubeBuddy and vidIQ. You can actually add both, and they kind of work. They kind of want to fuss sometimes, but they do work together. Actually, I did a video on that a while back, and I'll try to leave that link later in the replay up here for y'all to check out that video about the vidIQ or TubeBuddy. Are really useful tools for your content creator on YouTube. How are y'all today? I'm doing all right. It was a busy day at work yesterday, and sometimes you feel like, just like YouTube, honestly, you get burned out doing the same thing over and over again, but that's such as life, right? Unless you're born with a bunch of money, or you giving it, or you earn it, or whatever. It never feels like you're getting ahead. Especially with, like I said, with the gas prices like they are. But I wanted to have a little good, Natalie. I wish I could be off on a Saturday. I've never had a Saturday off in ages. My type of job is really conducive to very busy when everybody else is off work. Weekends, holidays, nighttime. When traditionally most other people are off work, that's when I'm the busiest. TGIM for me. Thank God it's Monday. I have it. I was like, I had a coupon. I use coupons. Who doesn't when they can? I had a coupon for Subway, and I'm like, I haven't been to Subway probably in over a year. It's been actually, I know, more than a year. And it's just strange because I used to go to Subway all the time. Because I love their flatbread. And I love their different variety of stuff. And I've heard they kind of freshen their menu. Eat fresh, right? Subway, eat fresh. So I got me a large Diet Coke, and I thought I'd have a little brunch with y'all. Y'all. I got a 6-inch Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki. It's my favorite go-to. Now, Subway does have some awesome bread. That multigrain, all the deal they have. Hey, Cody. Thanks for coming in, big guy. Don't forget to smash that like button if you come in for a visit. Subway has a lot of awesome bread. They bake it in-house. You can see how delicious their bread is. But their bread is a little bit higher in calories, obviously. This flatbread, though, While it's not as, well, it doesn't seem like a lot because it's flatbread. But it's about 200 calories for this little sandwich here, the Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki. And because today we're counting calories for sure. We had that awesome update yesterday. I hope y'all watched it. If you haven't watched that update yet on my Biggest Loser journey, go please check that out because it was a pretty cool update. It was a retrospective of all the different weigh-ins I've had over the last 3 months. A retrospective, kind of look back at all the weigh-ins, how far we've come, the progress, and the current update, which is really exciting. But I'll show you what I like in my sub. Don't judge me. No. I got the Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki, which is like, cut up bits of chicken. My views are pretty good. I've got over the channel life of my channel, it's been, thanks for asking, Cody. The views, I'm like 180,000 something views in the life of the channel. And I just had some of that fall in my lap. But I like to get onions, pickles, a little extra sweet onion sauce, spinach. Spinach is the thing right there. So, I'm going to share. Yep, some of that chicken went in my lap, but that's all right. Little pickles, onions, spinach. There's some good stuff right there, guys. What is y'all's favorite Subway sandwich? Only tragedy in this equation is potential loss of food. There we go. I found the culprit. 20-second rule. It was in my lap, so I weren't really worried about it. Italian BMT. I think I've tried that. Natalie, thanks for telling me. The Italian BMT. I think I've tried that once. I liked it though. No cheese. Yeah, I got the American cheese. It's not really conducive to eat in the truck. But this flatbread is really delicious though. It's a little bit lower. They have the wraps too, the spinach wrap you could use to get a good wrap if you want. It's definitely better for you. Extra pickles. I like that. I get that too. Extra onions. Chipotle sauce is definitely good. I should have got some of that. I like mayo, but I'm not super big on mayo when it comes to these. I was trying to cut the calories where I could today. That is delicious though. Look at that. Spinach. Spinach is the best. I love a leafy green vegetables. Of any type, honestly. I haven't had Subway in so long. That was really good. So it's probably like 500 calories for this little meal. Not including the chips that I got, which I'm gonna save them for later. Whew. But I got, let me show you. The baked barbecue Lay's. 65% less fat than regular potato chips. 140 calories for this bag. About 3.5 grams of fat. It's interesting that even something like this still has 3 grams of sugar. But, good morning, Funky Food with Dave. Thanks for showing up. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. I'm just continuing to share the journey, to share the positive, to hang out with y'all and sharing some sweet onion chicken teriyaki on some delicious flatbread. Maybe I won't drop anymore. $3.95. That's actually exactly what it is here in Alabama. What I just paid. That's really high for a gallon of gas, I'll tell you. We used to joke that gas was expensive, but then you think about how much you pay for a gallon of milk. That milk per gallon is a lot more expensive, but now, not now. Although, when gas prices go up, because of wine and stuff like that in the world, of course, everything else goes up too. I'll tell you, and I may have mentioned this many times, but it bears repeating. Bananas are your best friend. You can get a really big bunch of bananas at any grocery store, probably. $4.75 now. Wow. Thank you, Cody. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. Yeah, you could get a bunch of bananas for like $3 or $4, even less than that. I think it'll last you all week. A banana is really handy to have around because it's a little bit stable. Of course, it'll go bad in a short amount of time, but throughout the week, if I get really bad cravings at work, I just grab me a banana, eat a banana. It really satisfies me. It also helps me with my potassium, because that's one of the things I've been struggling with, according to my doctor. But I'm doing really good with that lately, so I don't have to take those potassium pills lately. But I used to have to take. So I did come off one little piece of medicine. We're sharing our Subway brunch. And Natalie's favorite Subway is this High and BMT. What's your favorite sub sandwich? Funky Food with Dave. I was hoping to be able to do a live this morning and update y'all and some exclamation and tell you we're there for the hours. We got them 4,000 hours, but we haven't yet, not officially. I think Natalie's in Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. All Fighting Illini. I don't see how some people pay $5-6 a gallon in the middle of nowhere. Everybody somewhere. I love spinach. Spinach dip is the best dip. It's that creamy spinach dip. Take some barbecued chicharrones, $5.89 in Los Angeles. Whew. See, I don't see how people can afford that. I guess their income brackets are higher, but I've never been higher than the Tennessee line there. I've never been anywhere, really. I've never been nowheres, as they say. But I love the travel. I love that's the part about YouTube that I really like. I really like a lot. It's meeting some awesome content creators like y'all, getting to know other people who are creative, and sharing my videos with them, and they're sharing theirs with me. But I can travel the world. You think about it as a content creator in what corner of the world that you're in, no matter where it is. Whether it's hey Jake, hey man, thanks for coming in. Jake Hudson, everybody, thanks for coming in, Jake. Don't forget to smash that like button while you're in visiting. Whatever corner of the world you're in, whether it's some place out in the middle of nowhere in Illinois or some podunk town in Alabama, you have unique things about that town. about that area, about that geography, about that culture, about yourself. You know, I can share some things from my life and from my experience and from my surroundings. And somebody in, say, England or India or wherever in the world, they might find those experiences interesting and unique because they don't get to experience such things, and vice versa. Thank you, Jake. I really appreciate it. You're always really nice about doing that, for sharing and liking and commenting and awesomeness. Um, I saw your rant about the WWE. I haven't watched all of it yet, but it's interesting. You're right. It is a big wrestling weekend. I'm getting in a different subject, but I love wrestling. It's not something I talk about a lot on my channel, but I would. You know, it's not like I'm averse to it. But it is a huge weekend huge week for wrestling. ROH just had their Super Card of Honor yesterday. And AEW, Tony Khan's bought out ROH. And most of you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but Jake probably does. And it's just an exciting world in wrestling. You know, it's a renaissance. It's a huge explosion in wrestling. So I think there's a lot to remains to be seen on what's going on in the behind the scenes with Tony Khan and ROH and even potentially Impact. It would be super cool to see something kind of molding into a multiverse together. It's just super cool. Well, it's cool to see Samoa Joe come back. I hope that means he is with AEW or maybe on the side of the ROH side. I don't know how healthy he is. So, you know, who knows? We're all at Twitter anticipation on the first day of WrestleMania today. And so I'm waiting with a beady breath to see what's going on with that. Everybody thinks Cody Rhodes is coming back to WWE. All the indicators and all the pundits, most pundits anyway, are believing that to be true. So some people are doubting it. Some people are wondering if it's still just a work. I think it would be a super, super huge surprise if it all ended up being a work and Cody doesn't go to WWE at all. It wouldn't matter to me one way or another. I'm more power to him. I wish the best for him. It'll be huge regardless, whether it's for WWE or whether it's for AEW or wherever Cody winds up. It'll be huge. So, you know, if you're a wrestling aficionado, if you're a lover of the industry and watching the men pugilists put on their displays of skill and talent, then it's going to be nothing but good, hopefully. And I look forward to whatever happens. I don't actually get to watch it a lot. It's funny. I watched the definitely. Scott Hall is definitely a presence to be missed for sure. I did a retro video, a remembrance video when he passed away. You saw it, I believe. You shared it up. But we're just hanging out, having brunch, chilling. We'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, and go a few more minutes before I have to head to work. Gonna finish my Sammy. My Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Subway sandwich. I'll tell you, it is beautiful outside today. Nice and warm. It was a little chilly this morning. And then you can feel the world gradually warm up around you. It's kind of a comforting feeling, really. The farmers are out there messing around. Spring is in the air. Kind of makes you want to get outside, don't it? Yeah, I'm excited. I got some of those baked lays. I'm waiting. No, I'm saving those for later. I want to take it all at once. Trying to spread my calories out throughout the day. You know, you come to a gas station like this, especially one like this, that has, I mentioned before, it has awesome Wi-Fi, but it has awesome deli on the inside. And their deli lights up around 10:30, which is about right now. And people are start piling in, getting in line. for that awesome food. Might have to show y'all one day, do a video on it. Great food, great choices. Get a meat and two veggies, meat and three veggies, whatever. You're gonna pay for it, of course, but get cornbread. It's good food. It's real popular. They make a lot. They're gonna kill it in this gas station. Just goes to show you supply and demand, and what industry you can supply when people are demanding it. You provide a good service. You provide a good food. You're gonna get money. You're gonna get people. You're gonna get patrons. You're gonna find success. Some people like Subway seem to be always trying to freshen or re-envision themselves to satisfy some market. But at the end of the day, you put out a good product, you do good business, you're gonna get good business. So you do good business, you're gonna get good business. That might actually mean some kind of meeting. I don't know. I'm not sure. Still a little bit early for me. But sometimes your only reward for a good day's work is another day's work the next day. That's your reward. And you know what? It's a blessing and reward. It's good to have a job, really. It's good to have a job that you love, that you care for, that you at least don't mind going to, in the very least. And no matter how much, you think about, we sleep a large part of our life away, but we also work a large part of our life away. If we think about it, we probably spend more time with co-workers and employers than we do our actual immediate families. But we're doing the job, we're doing the work for our families, and or for ourselves. Some people it's just them. It doesn't matter where you are or how you are in the world. We're all kind of the same, aren't we? We all strive to succeed in whatever avenues. We all measure success in our own unique ways. We all have to sleep. We all have to eat. We all have to take care of business in one form or another. Some of us are better off. Some of us are about the same. Some of us are worse off. Health-wise, emotional, spiritual, physical. Certainly, some of us are old. Some of us are young. Steak and cheese. Yes, that was a good one. But we're all in the same. We're all in the same boat, guys. We're all in the same marble, little blue marble standing in the universe, spinning around, rotating it around the sun. We're all here, if you think about it. It's amazing to me. I'm getting kind of weird, aren't I? But I can drive around like at night, go the same route, the same places. Even when, next time you travel somewhere, or anywhere, next time you're driving around at night, look at the houses that you pass by that you would never. Fresh spinach is the best funky food, Dave. You're right about that. I love spinach. But next time you go driving, look at the houses you would pass by normally without a blink, without a second thought. See the lights on in the living rooms or in the kitchens. Don't give it too much of a look because you might crash if you're not paying attention. But think about it, that people live there. Of course, it's silly, right? But think about how those people have their own lives, their own dreams and hopes, and their own jobs and their own labors and their own works, their own successes and failures, their own, deaths and births. Every house has a story. Every tree has a story. Every, car sitting up on blocks in the front yard has a story. Every piece of trash littered beside the road has a story. That garbage bag that's stuck in the top of that tree, it has a story. I'm getting really introspective now, but that is the way I think sometimes. And instead of making me feel small, like maybe I'm the smallest grain of dirt in an infinite universe of God's wonderful creation, I feel hugely connected to everything. We see people we pass that we never will see again. We pass people, we nod to them, or we don't acknowledge them at all because we're so lost and focused in our own narrow pathways and our own thoughts and dreams. But we pass by people that we see every day, or We see every now and then in our same places. Um, we get to know people. We have friends and family and loved ones. We get to know people cordially or just superficially. And whether it's through YouTube like this or whether it's in person around your region, area, state, city, it's interesting. And you may not get to know everybody. You may not get to reflect and share and, get to know them personally. But you can at least take a moment to think about how everybody, we're all the same, guys. Doesn't matter how old you are, how rich you are, how fat, skinny. Doesn't matter your color. Doesn't matter whether you have good hair or crazy hair like me. Whether you have dark beard or gray beard and this majestic beard. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all the same. We are really the same. There's some variations, of course, but we're all the same. We're all here and we're all striving towards the same similar things in life. So just keep that in mind. It can be humbling, it can be silly, it can be centering as well. It can really put things in focus and perspective. Because, at the end of the day, it's not about you or me, right? It's about the life we lead, the memories we make, and the meaning we find along the way. Because we give everything meaning, individually. It's a collective whole. It's a part of a created universe or as part of a state, as part of a nation. We all give meaning to everything around us. I mean, how much is a dollar worth? Except for what we all agree it is. That painting that someone spent $1 million on, it's worth $1 million because someone spent $1 million on it. There could be a napkin with a ketchup stain on it. If somebody's going to spend $1 million on it, it's worth $1 million. It's all subjective, isn't it? I'm getting kind of really philosophical this morning. Maybe I should round it up and get it on out of here. But that's some of the things I think about, guys. I want to share that with y'all. I would love to have had a better update for y'all than just showing you a Subway sandwich that we shared or just talking about philosophy in general. I was a big wrestling fan, still am. I kind of a reborn wrestling fan. I do like the classics back in the WWE or WWF days and the WCWs, and I like to see them when they were in the local territories when I was young around here. You see a lot of local wrestling and some of the famous names going through back in the day. So it's pretty fascinating the things you can experience in your life if you just get out there and try it. Step outside your comfort zone. If you have opportunities, take them. It may not be the best, comfortablest decision sometimes to force yourself to step outside of your normal zones, and the things you're comfortable with, the things that you prefer, the food that you prefer, the places you prefer to go eat, the things you prefer to say and do, and people you prefer to be around. But you just never know until you approach that person in Walmart that you've never met before. Otherwise have no reason to have talked to, other than you have some silly YouTube channel that you're trying to introduce them to, and to make some video content to share, to see if they will subscribe to your channel. Because I've done that now, and that's been an interesting experience. Approaching strangers inside Walmart. 7 feet of snow. See, that's something I experience very rarely down here in the South. Because even when it does snow, it's so hot and humid down here, it never sticks very long. I think I made a snowman once or twice in my many years here in Alabama. But, see, that makes it even more precious to me when it does happen, or when I do experience it. So, one man's trash is another man's treasure. One man's treasure is another man's trash. Everything's got a story, guys. That's all I wanted to say about all that. So consider that. Everybody, everything, every situation has a story. Every YouTube channel has a content creator, whether they're prolific or whether they're just a fly-by-nighter. We all measure success differently. And I measure my success with all the friends that I've made. Each and every one of you are a successful connection that I've made on YouTube. And whether I achieve anything else in YouTube, that to me is a success. And I've had a great time doing it. And hope to have a great time continuing to do it. Now, of course, I'd love to to meet those stereotypical successful milestones, like the specific number of subscribers and watch hours and monetization and all that good stuff. Who doesn't? You're lying to yourself if you don't, as a content creator. If you're putting your time and effort and passion into doing a YouTube channel, you know you do, whether you admit it or not, want those same things. But you got to work towards it. It's work. You got to strive every day. Do a little bit more every day. You got to put work into it, guys. And the best advice I can give you, as I always say, if you want to get support, you have to give support. The best way to get is to give. And it's not a carrot on a stick. It is not an enticement, an inducement. Like, I'll help you if you help me. It can't be. It has to be a genuine realization that in order for people to care about your content and your channel, you have to genuinely, heartfeltly, whatever you want to say, reach out, support one another without any inducement, enticement, any expectation to receive it back. If they reciprocate in return, then that's all the better. You hope for that. You want that. But you have to give with no expectation, no desire. That way you're not disappointed if they don't. Yeah, it's hard. We're human. We all live by our frailties and our flaws. And of course, we all wish things would be different in some ways. Well, we just got to strive and do the best we can, guys. We got to share of our passions, share of our loves. Do the things that we think we can't do. Be brave. Be bold. Be dumb. You know, I'm going to make some new shirts in my merch store. The merch store that's currently active right now through Teespring, you can find a link to it in my banner on the Brainstorm Challenges page and also in each video. Oh, wow, that's a great job, Dave. I bet you got some stories there. He's been a dispatcher. But go check out the merch store because it's not going to be up much longer. I don't think anybody's ever bought anything from our merch store, which is fine. You can be the first and only. But eventually it's going to go away very soon because I have some other ideas to freshen up the merch store and have some great new merchandise that I think especially once we get monetized, and I know that's happening soon, it'll be a great way to kind of coalesce a refreshed vision for the Brainstorm Challenges channel. So thank y'all for hanging out with me and having some Subway. Thank y'all for indulging me in all this ranting. And yeah, we just got a little philosophical today, didn't we? I hope y'all got some perspective out of that, some positive feelings, and I hope y'all have a blessed, awesome day, whatever you're doing, guys. So get out, enjoy the sunshine while you can, enjoy the cool breeze on your face, and just get out there and water something. Just go enjoy the spring, guys. Go enjoy your animals, your furry friends, if you have them. Go enjoy your family, and go and just buy someone lunch. That's my challenge to you today, guys. Go find a friend, a family member, a coworker, and just buy them lunch. Buy them Subway. Buy them Wendy's. It doesn't matter what you buy them, but just buy them something, that you think you might like. And have a blessing in return. All right, guys. See you next time. Thanks for showing up. Comment, subscribe on this channel because it always means a help. It always means a lot to me. Thanks for coming, guys, and I'll see you next time. And hopefully by the next time, we'll have some awesome updates. So stay tuned, and we'll see how it goes. We'll be monetized very soon. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome day.